One of the most common problems I've seen that a lot of people also have ended up breaking their car's engine and having major issues were with the injector nozzles of the third generation EA888 engines, which are installed in the Audi A3, Jetta, Passat, Tiguan, and also in some other models like the Audi TT. Well, this here is an injector nozzle. I've already made a video for you guys about the low pressure nozzle, which would be this one, but today we're going to talk about the high pressure nozzles. Just a reminder that we don't sell parts, nor do we sell accessories. We're just here to help you and guide you on how to purchase the correct part in the right way. So here's a low injector nozzle. If you're experiencing issues with your low nozzle, go to our other video and there we'll provide you with the code for the low nozzle. The high-speed nozzle looks quite similar to this one. The high-pressure nozzle, it is pretty much like this one. The only difference is that the upper part here is entirely it's made of metal and it's chubby. I'll leave the part code for you below. The original nozzles of this car are from the Bosch brand, which comes out of the factory. And I recommend that you should always change the nozzles with ones identical to the originals, ones which are from the Bosch brand. Just reminding you all that we have a partnership with GT2 Car Service Workshop, which is a Bosch authorized and referred workshop here in. So for you who need to do some maintenance or have some issue with your car and it's already out of warranty, I recommend that you take it to the GT. We'll leave the first link in the description below so you can get in touch with them and schedule your inspections or even bring your car in case it's having a problem at this very moment. Well, you can look for the nozzles by the code I'm leaving below, but what I always emphasize is that the low flow nozzles are always, it's important that at 60, 70,000 kilometers you remove the nozzles from the car and test them on a machine, because our gasoline here in Brazil is really bad, very bad indeed. What happens often is these nozzles get stuck open, stuck closed, or start dripping, okay? There are three situations. One, they'll get stuck open. So they'll keep spraying fuel all the time into the combustion chamber, and this could cause a hydraulic jam and break your engine. There's also the possibility of it getting stuck closed, meaning it doesn't dispense any fuel here, and then there will be a lack of fuel in the cylinder. That'll cause problems, and there's the issue of water tightness, okay? The nozzle has three functions. It can become stuck open and spray fuel all the time. It can become stuck closed, not dispensing fuel at all. And when you turn off your car's engine, it has a feature called water tightness, which is when you turn off the car, it stops spraying fuel here. It doesn't spray more fuel, but the car's fuel line maintains pressure here at this moment, okay? And it has to seal itself closed at that moment when you've turned off the car and won't be driving it anymore, because why does it maintain pressure here even with the car off? Because the moment you get in your car to turn it on, fuel already needs to be here with pressure already established. And what also happens is if it gets stuck, if it isn't sealed properly, it won't be able to maintain this pressure with the engine off. It'll just keep leaking here. As we sometimes say, it's dripping, meaning it continually drips fuel onto the car's piston, which is another problem that can affect your engine. Or sometimes it's so bad that even with the engine off, it keeps spraying fuel here. So what I recommend at 60,000, 70,000, 80,000 kilometers is not to replace the nozzles, but to take it to a workshop, any trusted one, take it to a shop, remove the low nozzles, and do the test. The high nozzles are more complicated because it's a more expensive machine, a machine which few people have. But I also recommend that you test the high nozzles. If it's fine, if everything's all right, you don't need to replace it. But if there's anything wrong, any issues with the nozzles, I strongly advise you to swap these nozzles out, because if they give you problems, it's going to be a big problem. The bill's going to be high, so you can pay and fix the problem that will follow as a result of this nozzle right here causing trouble for your car, okay? And I'd also like to know if you've ever had problems with any of these cars, Golf, GTI, Audi A3, Audi TT, Passat, Tiguan, any of those third gen engines. If you've ever experienced injector nozzle issues, or even in the 1.4 line such as Golf, Valiant, Jetta 1.4, which also use low nozzles like these right here. If you've ever run into problems with the direct and indirect injection nozzles, if you've dealt with this problem, comment below with how many kilometers it occurred at and how long it took for us to create a metric. Here in the comments, that way you can help me with metrics and parameters of when your car had issues. And of course, for the others who will view this video, for the same issue, you'll be able to see your comment about when the replacement was done and when it caused an issue. Even if you want, you can report below what your problem was, how it presented itself, if your car died, if your car was hard to start, if your car was failing a lot, how your engine was running. And of course, all of this is only available to you, and if this video helped you, if you're new here on the channel and you're not subscribed, subscribe below, because we'll have a lot of videos here talking about maintenance parts for the Audi A3 Golf GTI, in this case for the 3rd generation engines. And of course, subscribe, because this helps us a lot here on the channel to grow and also to always bring new content here for you. Okay? Hugs to everyone. Bye bye, guys.